Want to talk to you quickly about Amazon's new low inventory fulfillment fees that they're launching as of April 1st, 2024. Basically, what this is a fee that will be placed on any inventory where Amazon calculates that historically that inventory for that product has had less than 28 days of supply at Amazon FBA. How is that calculated? Well, before I get into that, I want to actually show you there is a webinar that I'd like you to watch, and I'm going to link this in the tutorial. This was a webinar that Chelsea Cohen, the founder of SoStock, and also Vanessa Hung from Carbon 6, they did this webinar together last week itself because this is very, very important. She breaks down exactly how the fee is structured and everything. I'm just going to give you the high level. Basically, Amazon is tracking based on their own calculations. They have a formula, which Chelsea will explain in the video, that basically calculates your rolling 90-day days of supply on Amazon, as well as your rolling 30-day days of supply on Amazon. And it's basically looking at your daily number of units divided by your daily average of units shipped and coming up with an average days of supply, both for 90 days, the last rolling 90 days, and also the last rolling 30 days. It's a bit complicated. Again, watch the tutorial for a full breakdown and graphics and everything. The bottom line is, if you have a product that qualifies where in the last 90 days rolling and also in the last 30 days rolling, that product has averaged for both of those two periods less than 28 days of supply at Amazon FBA for that marketplace, Amazon will charge you a per unit fulfillment fee on top of your other fulfillment fees. It's called a fee stack. They call it the low inventory level fulfillment fee. And there's a chart that shows you based on the size of your product, how much you're going to be charged based on how many days of supply you have. So if you have more days of supply, like between 21 and 28, you'll pay a slightly smaller fee. If you have less days of supply, you'll pay a little bit higher of a fee, etc. Okay, so that's basically how the fee is structured. So what we've done in SoStock is we've built two dashboards on your command center: incurring low inventory level fees and impending low inventory. Let's go take a look at this one. Now, I've actually turned off a couple of columns on this for privacy purposes to not show the actual products. But normally there's additional columns in here that show the image of the product, the title, the ASIN, and the SKU. Let's just pretend those columns are turned on. Right now, we're just looking at this. So the incurring low inventory fees column is going to show you product by product Amazon's calculation thereabouts of how many days of supply you have at Amazon FBA for that product in that marketplace. So for example, this product has 28 days of supply in the US currently right now. They've got 220 units at FBA. Their adjusted velocity is 7.3, so they're selling about 7 units a day, which means they have about 28 days of supply left. And because this product, we actually pull Amazon's fee calculations and their policies, and we program this into our dashboard to give you the most accurate estimation of which products are currently being charged. And that's this column here, or this dashboard here, the incurring. Incurring means it's happening right now. You're probably going to be paying a fee on every single one of these 7 units per day that you're selling. Remember, it's an FBA fulfillment fee, so you're paying an additional 30, 40, 50 cents, whatever that is per unit on that product. The purpose of this is mostly just to put attention on, these are the products. I've got 118 products where I got a bunch of inventory at Amazon, and I'm probably going to be paying fees on that. We also have this inbound to Amazon ETA column where you can see how much inventory is actually inbound right here. And you can go look at those inbound shipments if you'd like. Now, the reason this is important is basically there's a couple of options that we have here. If we want, like, I can't stop paying fees on these at all because I'm already paying them. I'm already under that 28-day threshold. So what do we do about it? Well, I can get inventory to Amazon as quickly as possible. That's really the solution, right? So that my rolling 30 and 90 days of supply goes above that 28-day threshold. So I need at least 30, 35 days of inventory so that, Amazon doesn't calculate that I have less than 28 days. So we'd want to stock up on that product as quickly as possible. That takes time, obviously. So what we want to do in the meantime is you can technically weigh your options and decide, do I want to slow down sales? If I have a lower velocity on this product, if I raise the price and I slow down sales, for example, my days of supply could recalculate very, very quickly, and I won't be spending those low inventory per unit low inventory fees. So that's option one. We can slow down sales. If you don't want to slow down sales because this is an important product and you don't want to lose your ranking, your keyword ranking, all that kind of stuff, then you're probably just going to have to weigh the option. Is it worth paying that additional fee per unit on every sale that I make until I get new inventory in there? Now, this is version 1 of this dashboard. We're going to be making some updates to it, but the bottom line is use this dashboard to isolate problem areas and problem ASINs where you have inventory that is too low and it could be incurring those fees. And you can do one of those two options, either slow down sales to reduce the frequency that you're paying those existing fees because we can't stop them, and or send inventory in as quickly as possible to get up above that threshold. Now let's talk about the impending low inventory. It's really the same dashboard. We're just going to click this button here. And really the only difference is this is simply filtered properly so that we're looking at descending, impending low inventory fees instead of incurring, right? So it's filtered a little bit differently. Now, what this category means, and by the way, the definitions for both of these are going to be here on the tooltips, which are the definitions as we hover over each of these. Every single one of these columns has a definition, so make sure that you understand that definition. This is basically how many days away from that 28-day threshold are we. So we can buy ourselves a little bit of time on these ones. These ones are not incurring fees yet. I'm 14, 13 days away, 12 days, 10 days away, whatever, from that 28-day threshold. So I'm not paying fees on these yet. I can buy myself a little bit of time. What are my options? Obviously, same kind of options, right? I can slow down sales, which would, of course, increase my rolling average of how many days of supply that I have. But if I don't want to do that, really the option is to get inventory there quickly so that I don't end up paying fees on these products. So I have a little bit more leeway on these products than I do on the incurring fees, if you can avoid it. One more very important point I'd like to make on this. We want to prevent you from getting these fees in the first place, prevent you from getting your inventory so low where this could even become a problem. And the best way to do that is to make sure you have enough buffer stock. So from your forecasts, you're going to want to come in and on your order or transfer schedule, depending on how your lead time works, you're going to want to make sure that you set your buffer stock to at least 35 days worth of supply so that you never get below that 35-day threshold as long as you follow your forecast recommendations. And then we would just come down here and save and apply to all products. Now, if you have any questions on how to set up your forecast settings, that is a different subject matter. We've got videos and tutorials on that. You can always reach out to us and we can set up a one-on-one coaching call to help you make sure that your forecast settings are set up correctly. I just wanted to put in that plug that you want to make sure you have plenty of buffer stock at FBA so that you never go below that 28-day threshold. That's it for now. I mean, please feel free to go in here and kind of explore around. If you have any questions, let us know. We're still kind of fine-tuning the dashboards a little bit. Amazon's policies are very confusing on purpose. So I'll do my best to give you the simplest way to read these dashboards and what to do about them. And working together, we can help you to reduce the amount of fees that you're paying at Amazon and increase your profits.